Oh yeah, Bodcast episode 2, baby. In the background, Aphrodite with Superman, old school drum and bass. This episode we're talking about the New Year's resolution. And why is it so important? Let the music roll out, you know? Podcast. It's the podcast. The podcast for your body. The Bodcast with your host, Tim Oliver. Oliver. Happy New Year! Yes. I'm your host, Tim Oliver. Welcome back to the Bodcast, the podcast for your body. Thank you for joining me once again. I apologize. I've been sick with the flu for the past week, but I'm going to do my best to keep this short and sweet. Just a word from our sponsors. We're brought to you by Warrior Landscaping, where your grass and wallet are greener on the other side. So big shouts to Warrior Landscaping. Check us out this March for the newest services offered in spring, summer, and fall landscaping too. We're also expanding into winter landscaping too, so keep your eyes peeled. If you have any landscaping requests, you can hit me up on Facebook or you can give me a show. We're also brought to you by Tim's Gym, the new boxing gym that I'm opening up in my basement in 2 weeks' time, complete with heavy bags. I'm going to get some kettlebells in there, just definitely a lot of body work equipment. We got a squat rack, but the goal for this gym is to really concentrate on boxing, which will help you with weight loss, confidence, building strength, building quickness. I mean, whatever you want to train, whatever you feel like you can train within a large, open, unfinished basement with good equipment. I mean, by all means, come on through. So if you have any New Year's resolutions, which you guys should, because that's a theme of our podcast today. New Year's resolutions, come hit me up. I have fair prices for sure. I'm not charging a lot, guys. Just charging enough to kind of get by and continue to build my business, right? Okay, so let's cut this music out a bit. So what we're talking about today, my valued two listeners, is we're going to talk about New Year's resolutions. We're going to talk about why, as humans, we decide that January 1st of every year is the year we're going to actually take advantage, and we're going to do the impossible. We're going to lose 50 pounds. We're going to cut out alcohol and cigarettes. We're going to get that promotion we've wanted. We're going to go travel, certain parts of the world we've never been to. We're going to face our fears. So, the New Year's resolution is a very difficult but, advantageous technique to employ. We want to make sure we have a New Year's resolution. Having a goal for the full year is the first step, in my opinion. But just quickly, I'm going to read an excerpt from yours truly on a fitness article I wrote about the New Year's resolution. So something special happens to our psychological state after our holiday hangover fades away, and we look to our calendar for a renewed sense of purpose. We purchase a new glorious calendar, look January dead in the eye, and say, "This is my year, this is my time, and this is my new beginning." 3 months later, we look back at the month of January with an angry glare and realize that the only New Year's resolution we have ever accomplished is buying a calendar once a year. So how can we maximize and take full advantage of this supercharged month entrenched with renewal, new beginnings, and fresh starts? So I just listed a few tips for you guys on how you can actually not only make a New Year's resolution, because that's the easiest thing. We take 5 minutes out of our day, December 31st, while we're probably still hungover, and say, you know what, man? This year I'm going to fucking do it, bro. I'm going to fucking do it, man. I'm going to ask her to marry me. We're going to have some kids, we're going to buy a big house. I'm going to join that gym, alright? I'm going to lose 50 pounds. I'm going to get my act together, bro. So, we make these ridiculous claims, and we don't, 99% of us don't stick to them. So, I'm here to tell you that it's not impossible. I'm here to tell you that, goal setting is the number one objective and thing we need to really make as our focal point for our New Year's resolution, okay? So quickly, goal setting. So if you follow these tips and allow them to be your guides throughout your mission to build a better you, I guarantee you're going to be successful. So, goal setting. So this is the number one thing we need to really accomplish during our New Year's resolution. Of course, our New Year's resolution is a goal, the biggest goal of all year. So remember that. Okay, so people often struggle with goal setting because they don't understand the proper techniques to efficient goal setting, and they can become discouraged when goals aren't met on time. Set goals in time intervals that are realistic and specific. So just think about that for a second. So set your goals in time intervals. that are realistic and specific. So you're not setting a general goal for the year. You're setting specific goals with specific time frames, which are realistic. So we don't want to set unrealistic goals. I want to lose 200 pounds in 2 days or 2 months or whatever the fuck. Even 2 years would be a little bit unrealistic, although it's possible. So we want to do that, and we want to make sure that since we set goals that are more realistic and specific, we find that the more goals we meet, the more momentum we build. So it becomes easier for us. So, for instance, on my iPhone, I have a task reminder. So I list all the things I have to do in one day, right? At the end of the day, when I'm clicking off what I've done, I'm hitting those check marks, and I see that I'm 9 out of the 11 things I had to do today. I've done them. I feel really good about myself. I feel like I've accomplished what I've had to accomplish today. This is going to make tomorrow better and more easier. So again, that's one thing we need to really focus on, which is specific, realistic, and time frame. Okay, so let's have an example here. So hypothetically, we would say my long-term goal. So I want you guys to think about 3 parts to your goal. Okay, so you have a long-term goal, which is your 1-year goal. So this is your most important goal for the whole year, whether it be about health, fitness, business, emotional, mental, sexual, relationships, whatever it is. This is your most important goal. This is what you want to achieve for 2013. So hypothetically, we would say, for a person who wants to start into the healthy and active lifestyle, we would say, my long-term goal for 2013 is to lose 50 pounds. So notice that I got specific. So 50 pounds. So it's not to say it's easy to say I want to lose weight for 2013, but we have to get specific. The more specific we are, the goal sticks out in our mind more. So I want to lose 50 pounds in 2013. Okay, so the time frame, 1 year. How much I want to lose? 50 pounds, okay? So that's my long-term goal. So now we go to our medium-term goal. So this is our goal we set every month. So we need to set our goals in, priority. We want to set our 1-year goal as the main objective. Now we're going to set a goal every month to complete this 1-year objective, okay? So my 1 month goal, which is my middle-term goal, I would say my goal for this month is to make it into the gym 3 times a week and to cut my alcohol consumption by half. So instead of having 10 drinks a week, I want to have 5 drinks a week, or we would say per month. So instead of having 40 to 50 drinks a month, which is actually relatively normal because people drink how often a week, right? Like 10 to 12 drinks a week. So 40 to 50 drinks a month, right? Okay, so I would say I would like to cut my alcohol consumption by 40 drinks a month to 20 drinks a month. So again, I got specific with it. I said that I want to hit the gym 3 times a week. For this month, I said that I want to cut my alcohol consumption in half for this month. So that is my midterm monthly goal. Okay, so then the last part of this is your short-term goal, which is every week. So every week you want to have a specific goal that relates to your middle, and long-term goal. So what is my short-term goal for this week? So my goal for this week is to take part in a free health assessment with a personal trainer at the gym I am a part of. Okay, so a little bit of networking here for sure on my part, but again, this is just an example of a short-term goal. So let's say you're in the gym, you've been a part of the gym for 2 months now, you're not doing what you think you should be doing, you're not sure about certain things, you're a bit anxious around certain equipment. So take advantage of a free health assessment. At Good Life, we offer these to our new clients, to older clients, to any client really, to clients who've already had health assessments. We offer them new health assessments. So we offer free health assessments, which are 90-minute workouts, which really let you see which part of, we let you see, where your fitness is. And then we outline a plan for you on how to achieve the goals you want to achieve. So that would be your weekly goal. So your weekly goal would be to have take advantage of a free health assessment with a personal trainer at My Good Life or at my gym. Okay, so again, let's recap the number one, techniques we want to develop for goal setting. So systematically, you want to develop your most important goal is your long-term goal. Again, I want to lose 50 pounds in 2013. Then you have your medium goal, your midterm goal. Every month you want to set a new goal. So my goal this month is to hit the gym 3 times a week. Or hit the gym 3 times a week and to cut my alcohol consumption in half. So again, you're getting specific with it. Then you want to make sure your short-term goal is achieved every week, which, yes, week per week you want to achieve this goal. So my short-term goal this week is to make sure that I have a free health assessment with a personal trainer. So what would be your next week goal, like for week number 2? My goal for week number 2 is to kind of take what my personal trainer said to me in my assessment and apply it. So to drink more water, to eat a more healthy breakfast, to increase my protein intake. So that, in my opinion, is the best way to kind of take a look at your New Year's resolution and break it down systematically into periodical time frames. So again, it's very easy to have a goal of losing 50 pounds for the year and say that, but if you have no specifics, if your goal isn't realistic and you really have no action plan, I mean, not to say you need a plan right in front of you, but an action plan can be as simple as knowing the right people to contact, setting up an appointment with a trainer, or with getting your membership at Good Life. I mean, these are all action plans. So you need to have some sort of action plan ready, so you don't go outside, get your truck or car, drive to the gym, and then say, now fuck, what do I do now? So these are the most important tips for goal setting. You want to set a systematic 3 goals for one. So long-term, medium, and short-term goals. And I'm telling you guys, as you hit your goals periodically, you're going to feel a sense of accomplishment, which will build into momentum, which ties directly into achieving your goals in the gym. So, I mean, a lot of people get discouraged. They don't see results right away. They quit after 3 weeks, but they'll understand that you need at least a month of hard work to actually see results. And I mean, this is just like goal setting. You're setting a goal for your body. I mean, you may not do it literally like I've been explaining to you, but you may see results after a month and say to yourself, wow, I feel great. You've actually accomplished a goal. You've made yourself look better and feel better within a month. So, I mean, statistically speaking, since you feel and look better, you're going to continue on with your goals. Or let's hope so, at least. Okay, so my second tip is to take your time. So what does this mean? So, I mean, the majority of us set our New Year's resolution goal December 31st or January 1st, after we're hungover, you say, oh shit, I need a goal this year. What am I going to accomplish this year? What do I want to do? I'm going to travel to Africa, or I'm going to go to Australia, or I'm going to go see South Asia, or I'm going to travel to Europe. Yes, I'm going to do it. How am I going to do it? I don't know. Why am I going to do it? Who knows? When am I going to do it? Fuck, I don't know. I'm just going to set this goal, and we'll see how we do. So, by taking your time to really analyze your goal, you're giving it energy, So what does it mean by taking your time? So take a day. I mean, you don't have to develop your whole day to it, but you should take a good portion, maybe your afternoon, and really look at why you set this goal. So you want to know why you set it. So why do you want to travel? What is the benefit of traveling to you? Why is it going to make you a better person? Why will traveling, across seas make you a better person? Why? What will you get out of this goal? Why is this goal so important to you? I mean, how long has this goal been in the back of your mind? Why is it so important to you? More so now than ever. If this goal is absolutely my burning desire for this new year, what am I willing to do to achieve it? So how far will I go to actually achieve this goal? I've been thinking about this goal for 5 years. I've really wanted to travel to Europe. I would love to, this is the year I'm going to do it. Why haven't I done it in the past? So what am I willing to do this year? What am I willing to sacrifice to achieve this goal? So, I mean, sacrifice and achievements go hand in hand. So sometimes we have to sacrifice things we don't want to sacrifice, but it's actually for a greater good. So definitely we want to make sure we do not set a single goal that is just unrealistic and is really quick off the top of our head. We want to make sure we kind of analyze it, because you guys got to remember, this is a very important, this is the most important goal of the whole year. This is our 2013, one-time shot. And if we can stick to this, that's going to build a positive momentum and a positive confidence within our mind to actually develop the habit of consistently hitting our deadlines, our goals, our guidelines, and we actually develop the characteristic of being an efficient, action-seeking person. So, again, just to recap that last tip, it's take your time. So when you're setting your goal for the new year, let's talk with respects to the fitness and health industry. Whatever your goal is, make sure you sit down, you think about it, you kind of ask yourself these questions about why you want to achieve it, what has made you not achieve it in the past, why is it so important now that you achieve it, what are you willing to do to achieve it, and how can I achieve it? So kind of start developing your action plan. These are guaranteed ways of taking the necessary steps. And I mean, of course, guys, you don't have to take major steps right away. That's not the way to hit your goals. Goal setting is all about developing, frequent but small goals that eventually turn into bigger goals that eventually hit your major goal. So again, this kind of ties into our first tip of short-term, medium-term, and long-term goals. So it's not to say you take baby steps, but you slowly want to get into something. Like, nobody gets into rock climbing by climbing fucking Mount Everest on rollerblades. You know what I mean? You start to climb Everest by taking rock climbing courses and watching YouTube videos and studying course material and developing your upper body and lower body strength by purchasing the correct apparel. And then in the summertime, you do your first free climb with a rope on a small mountain. And then, every year you do some rock climbing on different areas of the world that are more challenging. Ultimately, you research Everest for a year. You don't even go there. You research it for a year. You research all the past climbers of Everest. You research the summit peaks, the weather, the wildlife you may encounter, the harsh conditions, and then ultimately, when you are fully confident that you want to take on Everest, you fucking do it. You get on that plane, you fly to Tibet, and you fucking go ham on that shit. So that is that's a major goal. Who wouldn't want to climb Everest? But that's an extreme example. So you don't just, like I say, you don't just go there and do it. You have to slowly build up your momentum, confidence, knowledge, and information gathering about your goal, right? So again, to tie this into with what I do with personal training, what I see as a trainer with people. So as a trainer, we found, or the company Good Life finds that statistically speaking, that people who sign up for 3 months or 4 months or 5 months of training don't do as well in the long term as people who sign up for 1 year right away. So why is that? Well, people believe, people are saving money in their own mindset. I'm saving, a couple $1,000s by not going for the full year. Once I develop 3 or 4 or 5 months with a trainer, I will undoubtedly have the confidence to continue on with myself. Now, for some people, this is the case. They definitely develop that sense of goal accomplishing. They know what to do in the gym. They can go on their own, and all the power to those people. However, for the majority of people, since they have a habit in their past of hitting small term goals but not really sticking to them, we find that people who sign up for 3, 4, 5 months don't really achieve what they have to achieve. We find that they, after their training's over with, they regress. So what does that mean? They go back to their old habits of eating bad food, or binge drinking, or not going to the gym 3 times a week, maybe skipping a day here and there. And what we find is that their bodies, their minds, and their willpower just really go into a state of regression. They go back to the way they were. And then that's even worse, because now think about this, you spent $3,000 or $4,000 for half a year of training, and now you're back to where you were. So you not only wasted your money, you wasted all that time. So what I tell people specifically is, if you sign up for a year, it is more expensive, but you're making an investment into yourself. If you don't have health, you don't have anything. I don't care if you're, a business CEO, a business executive at a high-end corporation, or you're a business conglomerate, or you're on Wall Street, or you're working at the top levels of the CIBC bank, or you're a supreme athlete. If you're not fit, you're not healthy, you're not going to, maybe an athlete was a bad example, sorry. If you're not fit, you're not healthy, you're not going to go as far as you want to go. You're not going to be able to enjoy life as much. So people often say to me, it's so expensive, why would I pay this? What I want to say to you is that health and nutrition are the paramount, most foundational things you can improve in your life that will affect your life in a positive manner. I mean, you can take a magic pill, you can take a medication, you can try this and that, but time after time, exercise and nutrition are based in our genetics. Our human ancestors from 100,000 to 50,000 to 10,000 years ago were hunters and gatherers, as we all know. So they weren't people on computers and cubicles who exercised once a week, who stretched once a month, who ate good food twice a week. They were people who were consistently moving, consistently sweating, consistently eating nutritious, raw, and foods from the earth. And this is why, they were able to escape, the saber-toothed tigers, or, face the harsh conditions. And this is why if you think about humans as a race, we've survived for all this time. We're the strongest race in the universe. We're the most advanced species. And the backbone of our species is our physical bodies. We've been able to develop strong physical bodies that can endure, the 7 continents we live on, the harsh conditions, simply because, we've developed the strategic, experience, or the strategic components of escaping predators and staying fit, and realizing which herbs and which nutrients and which foods make us feel good and make us replenish and make us be able to procreate better, and which increase our genetic potential. So again, tying back into personal training, I'm not saying I'm going to turn you into a motherfucking hunter or gatherer, but what I'm saying to you is that you need to really take a look at your life from a subjective view and say to yourself, in 10 years, if I don't really develop a healthy and active lifestyle, how much worse will I be? How much more pain will I be in? How much more susceptible to injuries will I be? How many more opportunities am I going to miss simply because I can't wake up in time, simply because my energy is low, simply because my lower back hurts, my neck hurts? I don't feel good about myself. I don't look good in the mirror. I don't want to go out tonight because I don't feel like I fit in with my friends. So this is why I try to emphasize to people that training and developing good habits are not only going to help your body and mind and brain, but they're going to develop a sense of achievement in all aspects of your life. You're going to be able to transfer the skills you learn in personal training and developing these types of habits into your work relationships, into your social relationships. You'll understand the importance of goal setting and how good it feels to achieve your goals. So again, when people ask me, why would I spend this much money, I'm telling you that you're not investing into a car, you're not investing into a home. You are actually your most personal possession, your biological home. You're investing into your biological health. Just think about that. I'm the real estate agent selling you a new home, which is going to be your body in a year. So think about that. I can guarantee you certain things. So sorry, not to get into too much, of the business aspects of PT, but I just want to. There's a lot of facts and myths about training and whatnot. So I just kind of want to emphasize that you are investing into yourself. So how badly do you want it? That's all up to you. So if you want your new body, and this ties in directly with New Year's resolutions, we find that every gym finds this. Every gym goes through a surplus of clientele in January, right? January is the most important month and the biggest month in the gym, in the 12-month cycle, of our time, right? So January, you have the most people signing up for memberships. You have the most people signing up for personal training. You have the most people actually trying to act out and live their New Year's resolution. It makes sense, right? So we set a New Year's resolution. We tell our mother, father, boyfriend, girlfriend, brother, sister, I'm joining Good Life. I'm joining this gym. I'm going to hit my New Year's resolution. So we find our membership sales go up. People buy more training. And what happens February, March, April, May? February is still important. February is still a high amount of volume in the gym. March as well, April. But as we come towards May, June, July, we find a steady decline in people who don't come to the gym anymore. So people have reached certain small goals, maybe a 3-month goal, 4-month goal. They come to the gym less often, maybe 2 times a week. Maybe they stop with a personal trainer. They say, thank you, but I can do this on my own now. Maybe they decide they're going to just, continue on doing outdoor activities. Whatever is the case, we find that the gym cycle goes from January really, really super high, and then slowly but steadily it decreases towards December, right? And then what happens next January? Boom, another surplus. So this actually happens with the days of the week as well. Like Monday is the most busy day in a gym. Friday is the least busy. Saturday and Sunday, it's the least busy as well. We party Saturday, Sunday, and wake up Monday morning. Shit, I gotta get back into the swing of things. Let me go to the gym. So how do we maximize our efficiency in the gym? We make sure we are consistent. We're consistent throughout the year. We want to make sure we take advantage of the whole year, not just January, February, March. Because again, when we hit our 3-month goal, that's great. But is that our full year goal? No, it's our simple 3-month goal. We've lost 15 pounds or 20 pounds or 30 pounds, but have we really lost the 60 or 70 pounds? No, we haven't. So we want to make sure we consistently stay motivated and we take full effect of the full year. And again, personal training for 1 year, this is why we suggest to our clients, go for the 1 year. It costs more now, but it's going to pay off for you in the long run. You're not going to go back to your original state. So this is why it's so effective and so successful with so many of our clients, the 1 year. So do take advantage of January, please. It's a very important time for everybody for sure, whether it's goals we're hitting or new lifestyles we're beginning or whatever, what have you. Take advantage of this. Set a very important goal for yourself. Set your dream goal. What is your dream really? Even if it's to get $1 million, don't set that goal, but kind of branch off. Let's make 50,000 this year. Let's make my income greater. So set your goal for this New Year's, guys. I would love to help you out with it, whatever it is. Also, for the Bodcast episode 3, I want to hear from you guys. So if you guys have questions about training, nutrition, about the gym, for example, what can I eat post-workout to increase my muscle mass, to increase my protein absorption? What do you think about supplements, Timbo? Why is boxing? What's the best cardio exercise? What's the best time to do cardio? What's the best exercise to improve my muscular strength in my chest? What will make my chest look fuller? What's the best exercises for arms? How come my back looks thin? Should I work on my legs every other day? Should I work on my abs every day? Any questions you have with fitness and training and nutrition, I will do my best to answer right away. If I can't answer right away in the podcast, what I'll do is I will do my research and make sure I get that answer back to you. So please write any questions you have on my wall, as well as for anybody within, specifically this industry would be better, but if you just want to network and talk about your own business ventures and advertise your own entrepreneurial entrepreneurial background, please, by all means, contact me and we'll have you on, and we can speak about, whatever you want to talk about with your business, with your field of research, with your networking, with your marketing, with whatever you want to talk about. By all means, this is an open podcast for everyone, and this is just education and knowledge being supercharged between a small party of people and then transferred onto the internet, which is why podcasts are so beautiful, they're so brilliant, and they're so empowering. So I invite anybody to contact me, to come on here. Don't be shy, don't be nervous. I suck at this shit, but it'll get better as it goes on, I guarantee you guys. So yeah, holler at me for sure. Just to wrap it up quickly, I'll just give you guys some tips if you are sick over the holidays, or if you're sick at any time, some things to kind of make you feel better right away. Well, to avoid getting sick altogether, you want to make sure your immune system is really strong. So really make sure you get your vitamin C every day, at least 1,000 milligrams. At the most, maybe 2 to 3 grams, so 3,000 milligrams. So divide those doses up, right? So breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Take your vitamin C. Make sure you get plenty of rest at night. This is especially important for people who are in the gym 6 times a week, man. Like for the high-end trainers who are in the gym every day, your rest is so important, as well as vitamin C, because our bodies are constantly being repaired. We're consistently breaking down muscular proteins, and we're consistently destroying our muscle fibers and our myosin filaments, and we're destroying our skeletal muscles, and we're really putting high demands on our cardiorespiratory system and our immune system and our cells and our everything within our bodies being taxed. So it's essential. You're not going to get bigger if you're sleeping 4 hours a night, guaranteed. You need to get at least 8 hours, and that will help you avoid sickness as well. So increase your vitamin C, increase your sleep. Obviously dress warm when you're going outside in the winter. I mean, a jacket doesn't cut it. You got to make sure the heat escapes from your head, so you wear a toque, all that good stuff. Increase your fluid intake, juice and water for sure. Don't kill it on the juice, but make sure you drink enough juice to get that sugar into your body, kind of increase your glucose and get your insulin up a bit. Other than that, to avoid another thing quickly, if you're sick, please don't come to work, or please don't, go into school or class or whatever, cough on everyone and, be disgusting. Nobody wants to fucking hear you snorting or sniffling. Just stay home for the extra day, recover, and come back fresh. Because you're not only putting yourself at more risk to get more sick, but you're actually putting everybody else at risk too. So I've stayed home for the past week from work. I'm broke as fuck, but I've had to because I got the flu. So please stay home. Don't infect people. Don't fucking commit biological warfare. All right. So make sure you take care of that. What else to stay healthy and not get sick? Drinking. I find I get sick often when I drink a night of drinking, then I wake up without sleeping it off. So that definitely lowers your immune system too. It's often, a lot of people get sick in the same workplace. So, the best way to avoid a sick person is literally avoid them. So if it's rude or not, it's your health, right? It's your money you're losing if you're off of work. So those are some tips you can kind of use to stay healthy and not catch a virus. If you do get sick, stay at home, try to sleep as much as you can, get a really healthy diet. Even though it may hurt to eat, you have to get your nutrients. Make sure you upgrade your vitamin C intake, take your multivitamins, and yeah, just listen to your mama, Dukes, because she knows the best. You know what I'm saying? All right, that does it for Bodcast episode 2. Thank you to my 2 listeners who are really giving me the inspiration to keep going. So yeah, man. Check me out next week, dropping Bodcast episode 3. I hope to have another guest on here, so holler at me if you're down, alright? This is the podcast for your body, the Bodcast. Tim Oliver signing out.